Hello everybody and welcome back to another trip report. My name is Hugo and today I'm here at Gold Coast International Airport. I just arrived after taking an overnight flight on Hong Kong Airlines, so if I look a bit tired then that's why. It's now time for me to go back to Melbourne on board one of QANTAS 737s, I believe with split scimitars, in economy class. So without further ado, let's head inside and go to the lounge because Hong Kong Airlines has delayed my baggage, so I don't have any to check in. Gold Coast Airport's been undergoing some expansions and renovations in the past few years. I feel like every time I come back there's something new. Check-in for domestic flights is pretty easy to locate, it's all in one area. I didn't need to do bag drop or anything though because Hong Kong Airlines didn't load my baggage. So I just went through security, which was very quick. Thanks to my Qantas Gold status, I had access to the Qantas Club here in Gold Coast. I had a decent amount of time to spend there. When I first got there it was morning, so there was a good selection including pastries and pancakes, though there was limited hot options. Around the time the bar started, noon, there was more stuff put out for lunch which looked good, including some hot options. There was stuff to make toasties and wraps as well. Having the barista coffee station is always nice. The space has a decent amount of seating options but no windows and it's not a particularly modern space. Overall though, for what it is, I think it's a good lounge which serves its purpose. There's my ride to Melbourne. Victor Hotel X-Ray Zulu Bravo is a 2012 built Boeing 737-838, which is now equipped with split scimitars. Early last year, Qantas announced that it would fit 23 737s with split scimitars. Also, this aircraft is named Mudgee, I assume after the town in New South Wales. Boarding started slightly late. They didn't seem to be using groups, just general boarding and priority, which the latter I had, again thanks to my Qantas Gold status. Welcome on board one of Qantas Boeing 737-800s, featuring 12 B/E Aerospace Millennium seats in business class in a 2-2 configuration, and then behind that you'll find 162 B/E Aerospace Innovator 2 seats in a 3-3 configuration in economy class. My seat for this flight was 7A. Each seat features a headrest adjustable both vertically and on the sides. I basically won the Qantas 737 jackpot, since there's split scimitars, the Boeing Sky interior, and in-flight entertainment screens. Now let's take a quick look at the seat features. Legroom's pretty average for a full service carrier. In theory I think legroom's 30 inches. There's a seat back pocket containing some literature. There's a pretty standard tray table which can be adjusted back and forth but you can't fold it. I think the cleanliness at the seat was not too clean but not filthy. There's a pretty small in-flight entertainment screen, which is adjustable. It has some controls on the bottom of it, and to the right of it there's a USB-A port. The seats do feature double seat back padding, there's some controls for the entertainment screen, and underneath the seat there is universal power sockets. And there's the overhead panel. This flight wasn't full but there was still a fair few people. Also once on board it was relatively warm.
Leading the team to the main cabin today is Tanya and our flight today is Captain Clayton Simmons, assisted by First Officer Kathleen Thorne. We'd like to welcome back our Qantas and One More frequent flights along with our Qantas Business Rewards members on this Qantas flight down to Melbourne. It's great to have you flying with us today. Please place laptop computers and larger bags in the overhead lockers, small bags under the seat in front of you.
It's now time for pushback about 2 minutes early.
Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the clasp into the buckle and tighten by pulling the strap.
Pass the strap around your waist. Clip at the front.
In the unlikely event of an emergency, brace by placing your forehead on the back of the seat.
Safe, respectful and positive environment for everyone on board. Before you get underway, make sure all your bags are in the overhead locker or under the seat in front of you. So there's no smoking until you're back on the ground. Thank you for choosing to fly Qantas.
By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and you'd like to see more like it, please consider liking and subscribing, as it would help me and the channel out so much and would be very much appreciated. But if you don't want to, that's completely okay. It's now time for takeoff on runway 32. Not at first, but I later realised that the headset in my seat back pocket was used. After takeoff, one of the crew walked around offering headsets.
Today, it's 8 kilometres above sea level, a lot lower than normal, they're forecast above 2
some shorter domestic flights, Qantas offers a complimentary refreshment service, which in this case was a sweet potato, spinach and goat's cheese quiche, which was served hot. Lindt chocolates were also handed out. To me at least, the drinks trolley came after the food. The quiche was actually pretty good, not bad at all. I got a ginger beer and that, as well as the Lindt chocolate, was as good as expected. By the way, the recline was pretty average. Now let's take a quick look at the in-flight entertainment screen. It was maybe a little more responsive than these ones normally are, but still not good. Also, it seemed as though some of the movies can only be viewed on the app, which I don't know if that was the case in the past. There was complimentary Wi-Fi though, which is capable of streaming. For the first bit of the flight I thought that it was relatively fast, but it got slower towards the end. I don't know, maybe that was just for me. As we descend into Melbourne, please allow me to conclude this experience with Qantas. Online check-in worked well and it was nice to be able to get a printed boarding pass at the lounge. Speaking of, the lounge was decent and certainly did the job in my opinion. By the way, there was 2 shower rooms in the lounge, but one was inoperative. Boarding, which was slightly late, didn't seem to be using the groups, just general boarding and priority. The cabin once on board is generally great, but again the legroom is pretty average. I'm only about 5'4", by the way. Having the in-flight entertainment screen is still better than not, I think, because you can put the map on it and I like having that, and then I can just use the Wi-Fi to watch stuff. But the entertainment screen wasn't great. The service was as I would expect, but it didn't disappoint. I was happy to get something warm and the Lindt chocolate was a nice touch. There was a good beverage selection too. Also, the crew on this flight were very friendly based on the interactions I had and saw. So overall, it was actually quite a good flight with Qantas. Nothing impressive, but we arrived early, the crew were friendly and there was nothing too disappointing, so I'll take that. We'll soon pull into the gate about 6 minutes early, but for now please enjoy the rest of the approach and landing on Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport's runway 16.
Qantas would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the airport's land, the Wurundjeri people, and pay respect to elders past and present. The local time is 20 to 5. Please remain seated until the aircraft comes to a complete stop at the terminal. On behalf of all of us here at Qantas and One World, it's been a pleasure having you on board with us today, and we look forward to welcoming you back on another Qantas flight very soon. If you're visiting Melbourne, we hope you enjoy your stay, and of course for those returning home, a very warm welcome home. Thank you and good afternoon.
I'd like to take this time to thank you all so much for watching this video. I'd also like to thank all of my incredible Patreons for helping to make these videos possible. Their support is truly so much appreciated, and I couldn't do what I do without them, so thank you so much to them. Also, in case you haven't seen my community post, or whatever they're called, thank you so much for 9,000 subscribers. Assuming we do hit 10,000 subscribers, I want to take a flight that you, my viewers, pick, in a certain criteria. But if you'd like to vote or leave your suggestion, then check out my post.
Hi everyone, the seatbelt sign is still on. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is turned on. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is your first officer speaking. Second to what Paul said, if you could just remain in your seats. We're just holding up the gate, just 20 metres to go, just waiting for our nose and guidance system, and just pause temporarily, just gain the system, and then we'll be on our way. Please do remain in your seats with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. Thank you. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check.
Thank you. Once again, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in my next one next Saturday at 5 PM Melbourne time.